In modern warfare, the first strike often isn't on the battlefield, it's on the power grid. What we're talking about today is a new doctrine for Ukraine's energy security. It's a strategic shift, really, towards an infrastructure that's resilient, decentralized, and, crucially, undetectable. It's about turning a huge vulnerability into a decisive advantage. All right, here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start with the problem, the energy battlefield as it is today. Then we'll move through the solution, how it integrates, the human impact, its strategic advantages, and finally, a rapid deployment plan. So let's get right to it. Ukraine's energy battlefield. To really understand the solution, you first have to grasp the core of the country's vulnerability. And it all starts with the traditional design of its power grid. Think about it. These massive central power stations, they're giant, stationary targets, and when they get hit, it creates a catastrophic single point of failure. This isn't just an infrastructure problem. It's a profound humanitarian crisis. It's weaponizing the cold, plain and simple, leaving civilians without heat or power in the dead of winter. Now, the immediate reaction to a blackout is usually to bring in conventional generators. But here's the thing. That approach just trades one huge vulnerability for another, a crippling dependency on fuel. Every single fuel tanker that has to move toward the front lines is a high-value target. It's part of a very fragile supply chain where the risk isn't measured in money, but in human lives. And that really gets to the heart of the mission here. The real return on investment isn't profit, it's survival. It's keeping critical places like hospitals running. So the only real solution is to eliminate that dependency entirely. And that's exactly what the Martech Martech 6000 is engineered to do. It is a completely fuelless 6-megawatt power unit. It doesn't need any external inputs to run. You can think of it as a set-and-forget system. You install it, and it just generates power, totally on its own. It provides complete logistical independence. But the Martech 6000 isn't just a standalone box. It's been designed from the ground up for full integration into the national grid. So we're not just delivering a generator. We're providing a complete, grid-ready power plant solution. So here's how that works technically. The unit itself produces power at a low voltage. Then, a step-up transformer boosts that voltage to match Ukraine's grid standards. Now, this next part is absolutely critical. Synchronization panels make sure the power is perfectly stable at exactly 50 Hertz. That is vital for protecting sensitive equipment, especially things like medical devices in hospitals. The end result is a seamless, safe, and really robust connection to the grid. Okay, so that's the tech. But what does it actually mean for people on the ground? Let's talk about the most important metric here, the real-world humanitarian impact. A single 6-megawatt unit is, quite literally, a lifeline. In a wartime situation where power has to be rationed for just the essentials, one of these units can support the critical needs, we're talking heat, water, and basic lighting for shelters, for up to 25,000 people. Or, to put it another way, that same unit can power 3 large, fully operational regional hospitals. And this table really shows you how that strategy scales. We can target critical infrastructure in Kyiv, support frontline hospitals near Kharkiv, secure port logistics in Odessa. The whole idea is to create multiple independent energy islands all across the country. Each one becomes a self-sufficient bastion of power that just can't be knocked out by a single strike. Now, this technology gives you more than just resilience. It provides a decisive strategic advantage, and that's because its core design makes it virtually undetectable on the modern battlefield. First up, thermal stealth. A conventional generator with its hot engine and exhaust glows like a beacon on thermal imaging. The Martech 6000, on the other hand, runs on frictionless magnetic bearings. No friction means virtually no heat signature. To a thermal drone or a satellite passing overhead, it's a ghost. Second, let's talk about noise. A diesel generator is loud. It's an acoustic target that gives away its position. The Martech 6000 operates at about 50 decibels. That's the level of a quiet conversation. This makes it perfect for use in cities or near forward positions without telling everyone exactly where you are. And finally, there's zero logistical footprint. No fuel convoys means no predictable supply lines for enemy intelligence to watch and target. The unit's location isn't given away by a constant trail of trucks. It leaves no trace. And when you combine that thermal, acoustic, and logistical stealth, well, that's a genuine game changer. So how quickly can this advantage actually be put on the ground? The answer is remarkably fast. The timeline from ordering to having power is incredibly straightforward. Once an order is signed, manufacturing takes about 8 to 12 weeks. Priority logistics can have it on site in another 1 to 2 weeks. The installation itself is modular, so that's just 3 to 5 days. And once it's in place, its black start capability means it can go from 0 to full power in only 20 minutes. The bottom line is this: you can have a fully operational 6-megawatt power plant up and running from scratch in as little as 3 months. Caspian Systems, working with our partners at Kale and Holden, is ready to be more than just a supplier here. We're prepared to act as a full strategic partner in this mission. That means offering complete turnkey solutions, everything from the engineering and installation to helping navigate the international funding and procurement channels to make this a reality. And that brings us to the final critical question. This is about so much more than technology. It's a strategic imperative. By deploying a decentralized, undetectable, and resilient energy shield for Ukraine, we're making a direct investment in saving lives and securing the country's future. The question really isn't if we should build this shield, but how quickly we can get it in place. Thank you.